Welcome to Whitehorse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey, where today we're going to do a walkthrough of the major systems and operations on a 2020 Jay Flight Bungalow 40 BHTS. We're going to start out front with the propane setup. It is twin bottles with an automatic regulator. You want to look and see what bottle it is set to. The bottle will automatically switch to the other side, and it will change color there, and you could top off and fill the second bottle. Make sure your propane valves do stay in the open position for easy operation. And there's also a tank cover that fits on top of those bottles with a hinged lid access. Coming down the side of the camper, this is a furnace vent on the off-door side that will vent warm air when your furnace thermostat is running. That is propane powered. This model does have 4 stabilizer jacks, and there's a crank handle to lower them in the outside compartment we'll show you. Gray water holding tank forward. There are dump valves up underneath. And you'll see a pipcock valve there as well to help drain down the tank. There's your gray water valve there. This has a front kitchen, so you're going to see 2 gray water tanks on this model. Walking down the off-door side, there's your primary dump valves and second gray tank. Black tank is holding tank waste from the toilet. A tip would be to let the black water accumulate for a couple of days, pull the black valve, and then you would pull the gray water valve to let soapy water rinse through those lines. You would hook up your sewer hose here and connect to your campground or dump station. Sewer hose is also in the outside compartment we'll show you. This model has an outside shower with hot and cold water, as well as a black tank rinsing system. That's a way to back flush the black holding tank and clean it out. For more specific information and instructions on how to use the black tank flush, please refer to the Jayco owner's manual included with this model. Outside compartment has your crank handle for the leveling jacks and sewer kit. At the back of the camper, this is a detachable power cord, and also access for your cable at the campground. And this door just folds right down. Ladder gives you access to the roof. You want to check your seals and gaskets once a season, scrape and reseal for general maintenance. At the back of the coach is your fresh water. This is your freshwater fill for your onboard tank if you're going to be self-contained somewhere or dry camping. And this would be your city water connection. We have a hose right now with some fresh water in the coach itself. Low point drain is up underneath the back of the camper. It's a pipcock valve that will let you drain some water off the fresh tank. Coming up the door side of the camper, there is outside electrical here. And forward you have the back of your water heater. This is going to vent warm air when you're running the water heater. This panel drops down. This is auto ignite from the inside. Of note, there is a nylon plug here, and that you would want to unscrew and let the water tank drain down for winterizing, and always replace that with a nylon plug. Aside from that, a good idea is to keep this area clean, check for cobwebs or spider webs once a season so it doesn't wreak havoc with your system. This one does have an awning with outside speakers built into the awning. Coming up into this model itself, again, this is a 2020 Jay Flight Bungalow 40 BHTS. Propane leak detector is opposite your main patio door. That's carbon monoxide and propane. It does have a slight draw on your battery, so if you're going to be away from the camper for a time or storing it for a season, you do want to disconnect that battery to preserve the power. You're going to hear we have air conditioning running. We have everything set up so you can see it. Microwave, you have light and also vent fan here. You have your oven, which is propane powered, and you're going to select your burner. It is auto ignite, and you're going to be able to control your temperature here. There we go. First couple times you light this, keep in mind that there is a little bit of air through those lines when the propane tanks are new or gently refilled, so you just want to let that get any air pockets through. Through the front of the camper, you have light switches and fan switches. These are going to control overhead lights. Same thing here. And then you have a vent switch to open the vent, and I'll show you that. That's actually open and running that vent here. So you can open the vent, from the switch and also turn the fan on or off. Refrigerator is a residential refrigerator. There is a thermostat control on the inside for your temperature setting. This model includes a fireplace and entertainment center with TV. There are remote controls for both of those. Again, check your Jayco owner's manuals for specific instructions on operating any of these major systems. For travel, you do want to store the ottoman up on top of the sofa and secure it. And your table and chairs, these are freestanding chairs. There are straps at the base to secure those for travel as well. Fan is controlled by a wall switch. I'll show you that. That's actually in your hallway here. Right next to the thermostat, this is your main fan switch for your living area, as well as your thermostat for air and heat. You want to press the button here and select whether you want cool, heat, or we can go back just to a fan cycle, and then control your temperature here. Your systems monitor panel is stored behind a door here. This is going to give you your slide controls, as well as light switches overhead and systems monitor panel. This is where you access your water pump if you're pulling from your freshwater tank, where we're accessing the water heater, either the propane side or the electric side, and also check your battery and your tank levels right here by just pressing in. Slide operation is very easy. We're gonna hit the switch in or out. And as we do that, we're gonna hear the slide out start to move. If you do hear clicking, that is normal operation. When it's all the way in or all the way out, those slides will cycle and lock all the way in or all the way out. Please make sure they are fully in or fully out, as the seals prevent any water and they work best all the way in or out. Your bedroom slide here for your bunk area. Overhead bunk has 2 pins that would unlock, and you can actually push this back and away. It has a 300-pound bunk capacity. And then your pop lights, make sure the button on the light is pressed in. If they do have a wall switch for the lights, it's important to have that pop button in the on position so that that would operate correctly for you. USB chargers, again, light switch for overhead lights. Vent fan is a control knob. You would twist it to open that vent. And you do have cable hookup and electrical for the bunk area as well. Your converter for this model is in your bunk area. This is your main breaker box and fuse panel. So you would drop this door down and you have access there. This also is vented, and that may occasionally run to keep the converter cool. Heat vents are on the floor. Air conditioning vents are overhead and they are directional. You can control them for more or less airflow. Coming back into the hallway, we're gonna walk back toward the bath and master bedroom. Of note, in the bathroom, you will have your main GFI, which is a reset for the whole camper. If you had any electrical issues, you could come here and make sure that this is reset properly there. Again, light switches and fan and vent opening like you saw in the kitchen area. For your radius shower door here, you want to make sure these are closed and then latched for travel by pulling this across and locking. Your toilet is a foot pedal flush. If you want to clear the bowl and get some water in the system, close it all the way, or you can push it just a little bit and get some water flow into the bowl as well. Coming back into the master bedroom, there are switches along the vanity here, charging center, and also this is your ceiling paddle fan for your bedroom. So that's going to control that switch there for the ceiling fan. Second thermostat for your bedroom works the same way as we saw in the hallway. Light switch, and also your slide control. So this is a good place to show you the operation. We're going to bring the slide in. You're going to see that slide housing start to move. And again, remember, you're going to hear if it's all the way in or all the way out. That clutch is going to click or tell you that that slide is fully extended or fully retracted. Okay. On the air conditioners themselves, behind the grill is a filter that you can clean once a season. It may get dust up in there, so you can vacuum it, or it is replaceable. There's also a chill grill. So if you see these vents here, there's a toggle switch in the middle. You can control more or less airflow depending on your comfort level. So that is adjustable. Reading lights on the bed, they have a switch right on them. If you push the switch in once, you're going to get a blue light, like a courtesy light. Hold it down, you're going to get a white reading light. There is also an emergency exit window in the master bedroom. You would lift up on this, push out for airflow. It will stay open for you. Or again, as an emergency exit window, you would actually push the whole mechanism out. There are hookups for cable and electrical, and also a wall mount bracket if you wanted to install a TV in your bedroom or bring one back here. Again, this is some of the major features and operations of a 2020 Jayco Bungalow. This is a 40 BHTS Jay Flight model. For more detailed information, please do check your owner's packets, which come with the camper. Any questions, you can also give us a call. We hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough tour of some of the features of this model. Thank you, have a wonderful day, and happy RVing.